Ever feel like you're stuck in a loop, repeatedly drawn to partners who just can't commit emotionally? It's a frustrating pattern, and you're not alone. In this intro, we'll explore some of the common reasons why you might be attracting emotionally unavailable individuals. We'll delve into how past experiences, attachment styles, and even your own subconscious patterns can play a significant role. Understanding these dynamics is the first step toward breaking the cycle and finding the fulfilling, emotionally connected relationships you deserve. Today, we will talk about why you attract emotionally unavailable partners. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It's a perplexing and often painful pattern, finding yourself drawn to, or consistently attracting, individuals who are unable or unwilling to engage in deep emotional connection. This isn't a random occurrence. Rather, it often stems from a complex interplay of personal history, subconscious patterns, and learned behaviors. Understanding these underlying dynamics is the crucial first step toward breaking free from this disheartening cycle and cultivating healthier, more fulfilling relationships. It's about looking inward, identifying the subtle cues you might be sending, and recognizing the internal magnets that draw you to those who can't meet your emotional needs. 1. The echo of early attachment styles. One of the most significant factors influencing your relationship choices is your early attachment style, formed during infancy and childhood based on your interactions with primary caregivers. If your caregivers were inconsistent, neglectful, or emotionally distant, you might have developed an anxious attachment style, characterized by a fear of abandonment and a constant need for reassurance, or an avoidant attachment style, marked by discomfort with intimacy and a preference for self-reliance. Individuals with anxious attachment are often drawn to avoidant partners because the dynamic feels familiar, even if it's painful. The avoidant partner's distance triggers the anxious person's fear of abandonment, setting up a chase dynamic. Conversely, someone with an avoidant attachment style might seek out partners who are emotionally unavailable, because it reinforces their comfort with distance and prevents the perceived threat of engulfment, or loss of independence that deeper intimacy might bring. 2. Subconscious beliefs and self-worth. Beneath the surface, subconscious beliefs about love, relationships, and your own worthiness play a pivotal role. If you hold deeply ingrained beliefs that you are not lovable enough, or that true intimacy is inherently dangerous or unattainable, you might unconsciously seek out partners who validate these beliefs. An emotionally unavailable person, by their very nature, reinforces the idea that you are not worthy of consistent love and attention, or that relationships are always hard and unfulfilling. This isn't a conscious choice. Rather, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy driven by a negative self-perception. Furthermore, if your self-worth is low, you might tolerate behaviors from partners that you wouldn't if you truly valued yourself. 3. The allure of the challenge. For some, the attraction to an emotionally unavailable partner can be rooted in the allure of the challenge. There's a subconscious desire to fix or change someone, to be the person who finally breaks through their emotional walls. This often stems from a deep-seated need to prove one's own worth or to feel essential. The idea that if you can just be loving enough, patient enough, or understanding enough, you can earn their love becomes a powerful motivator. This dynamic is incredibly seductive because when the emotionally unavailable person offers even a sliver of connection, it feels like a monumental victory, reinforcing the idea that your efforts are paying off. However, this is a precarious foundation for a relationship, as it places the burden of change entirely on one person and rarely leads to genuine transformation. 4. Confusing intensity with intimacy. Many individuals confuse intensity with genuine intimacy. The push-pull dynamic, the uncertainty, and the emotional roller coaster associated with an emotionally unavailable partner can create a heightened sense of drama and excitement that can be mistaken for deep passion or connection. The periods of distance followed by brief moments of closeness can feel incredibly potent, making the highs feel exhilarating, even if the lows are devastating. True intimacy, however, is built on consistent emotional availability, trust, vulnerability, and mutual respect. Qualities often absent in relationships with emotionally unavailable individuals. If your past experiences of love have been tumultuous or inconsistent, you might subconsciously associate this kind of intensity with what love should feel. Like overlooking the calmer, more stable foundations of healthy attachment. 5. Fear of true intimacy and vulnerability. Ironically, attracting emotionally unavailable partners can also be a manifestation of your own fear of true intimacy and vulnerability. While you might consciously crave a deep connection, a part of you might be terrified of the emotional exposure and potential hurt that comes with genuine closeness. An emotionally unavailable partner, by keeping you at arm's length, inadvertently protects you from having to fully open up and risk rejection or abandonment. This isn't a conscious avoidance. Rather, it's a subtle, protective mechanism. You might find yourself drawn to individuals who can't fully commit, precisely because it allows you to maintain a safe emotional distance, even as you lament their unavailability. It's a way of having a relationship without fully having to brave the depths of true partnership. 6. Repetition. Compulsion. The familiarity trap. The psychological concept of repetition compulsion suggests that we are unconsciously driven to repeat past traumatic or unresolved experiences in an attempt to master them or achieve a different outcome. If your early relationships, particularly with caregivers, involved emotional unavailability, you might subconsciously seek out similar dynamics in adult relationships. It's as if your psyche is trying to get it right this time, to finally earn the love and attention that was missing. This can manifest as an endless cycle of pursuing partners who mirror the very qualities that caused you pain in the past. While the conscious desire is for a different, happier ending, the unconscious drive can lead you back to the familiar, even if it's ultimately detrimental to your well-being. 7. Overlooking red flags and rationalizing behavior. A significant part of the pattern involves overlooking early red flags and rationalizing the emotionally unavailable partner's behavior. In the initial stages of a relationship, the signs of emotional unavailability are often subtle but present. Inconsistent communication, reluctance to define the relationship, a lack of deep personal sharing, or an aversion to future planning. However, driven by hope, desire, or the subconscious patterns discussed earlier, you might dismiss these warning signs as temporary, misinterpret them as shyness, or believe that you can change them. You might tell yourself, they're just busy, or they've been hurt before, they'll open up eventually. This rationalization allows the unhealthy dynamic to take root and flourish, making it increasingly difficult to extricate yourself once you're deeply invested. 8. Breaking the cycle. Recognizing and repatterning. Breaking the cycle of attracting emotionally unavailable partners requires deep self-reflection, courage, and a commitment to personal growth. It begins with recognizing these patterns within yourself and understanding their origins. Therapy, particularly approaches like attachment-based therapy or psychodynamic therapy, can be immensely helpful in uncovering subconscious beliefs and repatterning old behaviors. It also involves setting clear boundaries, developing a strong sense of self-worth. That is independent of external validation, and learning to identify and value genuinely available partners. This means actively choosing individuals who demonstrate consistency, emotional openness, and a willingness to commit, even if it feels less exciting or familiar than the tumultuous patterns of the past. Ultimately, attracting healthy, emotionally available partners is about becoming emotionally available to yourself first and recognizing that you deserve a love that meets you where you are, fully and consistently. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.